Why did Tupac rap about death so much?
I'm not sure, man. I think because Pac, when it comes to writing, he was a real artist, like a genius artist, man. Where he paid attention and he did songs that can get the attention of the people. And death is one of them things that if you rap about the topic of death, everyone can relate to it. Everyone has someone that they lost. So I think it was just a genius move on him to always pick a topic that no matter if you're black, white, Hispanic, Arab, African, you will be able to relate to death. You lost someone. You know what I mean? And I think he did that in a way that was genius.
Yeah, it definitely made his music deep. I mean, a lot of the topics that he always picked to rap about, were really good topics.
So he was smart when it came to that,
Yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah.
I seen that he gave away some jewelry to you guys.
Yes. He gave away the jewelry. I had the Rolex bracelet that he gave to me, right before he went to Vegas in New York. He called me in the room. He had all his jewelry on the table, gave me the bracelet, gave me the ring, a chain. I think I gave Edie a ring, Gaddafi the chain. And then he called the rest in. They took some stuff. A couple days later, Fatal came. He took the watch. But he was just giving away his jewelry. It's very strange. We don't know why. Because a week later, he was dead.
Wow, man.
And even before he passed away, before he even went to New York, them portable, them cameras that you can buy from like the grocery store back in the day, take pictures, get it developed and throw it away. He bought a bunch of these and he was like, man, we don't really got pictures together. Let's just use this whole week and just take a whole bunch of pictures together. And he really just started doing that. Like the last picture I have with him, I'm in his house. I had the yellow shirt on, I'm standing next to him because he was like, let's just take a picture, move. And that's how he was doing before he passed away. Some people say, I don't know if it's true. Some people can feel when they're going to pass away. Some people might have, we don't know. Only God knows, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Wow. Okay. Not too long after Tupac passes away, maybe it was a while after Tupac passed away, but at one point, Biggie ends up in California.
Yes.
And he's rapping on The Wake Up Show.
Yes.
What all happened with that?
People took at it as if, I think personally he was dissing Pac. When he did a song, I Ain't Mad At You, he had, like, that's what he said, which I think, coming back to LA, Pac just died. People in LA love Pac. Then when you get on the radio, you do this song and you say something, I ain't mad at you, about somebody getting shot. And then I think they asked him a question, how you feel about the death of Pac? And he was like, I got my own problems. Even the person who was interviewing him, I don't know if it was Julio G back then or one of these guys, they said after that, the phone just kept ringing. People was calling up, threatening him. Like, you better leave LA, you this and this and that, you very disrespectful. And I think it wasn't a wise move. Definitely wasn't,
I don't think people really know how much the fans
loved Pac back
loved
then.
him. I mean, like...
Yeah, true.
I think if the fans would have known who killed Tupac back then,
they would have
like,
because these some crazy fans. Yeah. But I'll be reading the comments.
Yeah, like I think they would have been looking for him themselves.
True.
Tupac had that just type of fan support that is just rare.
Yeah, they loved him, bro.
Did you feel like Biggie, if he was gonna diss Pac, he should have dissed him when he was alive?
Of course, I think that's the right thing to do. You know what I mean? When he was alive, imagine you don't do no songs dissing him while he alive. But I think that's what rubbed people the wrong way, because they like, now he's not here. You shouldn't diss a person. Once a person dead, I think the beef should die with it. You know what I mean? There's no reason to even continue going and talking bad about him, stuff like that. But it seemed like when Pac was alive, there was no diss tracks back, and when he died, that's when everything started coming out. I don't think it was a wise move at all. People, even like Jay-Z, for example, he said rumors that he had a song dissing Pac, but he said when he died, I couldn't put it out because that's the proper thing to do,
Yeah, I've seen him say that too.
Yeah, after that, you have ethics and morals. You don't diss a person who's dead. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's, I agree. What did you guys do musically? After Tupac passes away and Suge's in prison, were you guys signed to Death Row?
We was signed to Death Row, but what happened is we wanted to get released from Death Row, so we lost. I think we had a window that after Pac died, everybody was waiting to hear from the Outlaws, because Machiavelli came out, All Eyes on Me, but then we got stuck in a contract for a few years where we couldn't do nothing. We couldn't release nothing. We couldn't do anything. So by that time, we ended up going independent. Even though independent, we did good because we sold about 200,000 copies. And back then, you would get $10 a CD. So after you pay the record company back for the video shoots or, you know what I mean, studio time, you make good money, you know. But back then, independent artists wasn't really getting to play the way they supposed to. So we was our career, and believe it or not, a lot of people blackballed us. You know, people look at it like, okay, the same people that Pac was dissing became powerful in the music industry. You know, so it was like, okay, you dissing Pac, Puffy, you dissing Jay-Z. Now these are people who run the industry. And the people don't want to displease these people because they bringing all the money in. So we end up had to do everything on our own. We put an album out with Interscope, and with Death Row, we did a collaboration called Tupac Outlaw Still I Rise. That went platinum. And even though it could have continued to sell, but Suge had a dispute with him, and he was like, I don't want to be part of it anymore. So it's like our career couldn't really take off because it was always some drama, some politics, being blackballed, you know what I mean? And that's how it was.
Man, I seen you went and seen Suge in prison about trying to get out of the contract.
Yeah, that's how we got released, because I'm the type of person, man, I'm not going to wait till a person go to prison and then, you know what I mean? I just felt like if we want to get off of the contract, go see him face to face. And Reggie Wright picked me up, and I went and I told him face to face and said, Suge, I want to get off your record label. We want to get off. I just felt like that was the right thing to do, because I didn't want to make him seem like as soon as I go to jail, now you want to sue me and get off. You know what I mean? Why you ain't tell me face to face? I know how people think, you know? So we went and I told him face to face. And I think he respected me for that. But even though he ain't released us, he told us, okay, he said it to me. He said face to face, okay, you don't want to be on the label, I'll let you go. He still didn't do it. We had to go fight, and then eventually we got released.
Was it frustrating the first couple years?
Very frustrating, because you stuck. You can't do nothing. You know what I mean? We stuck, and we really couldn't do nothing. We couldn't do anything when you with a contract with a label, you know?